Thought I'd do a live stream tonight until I get on Bully's live stream, if that happens. So let's move the stand down. So yeah, I got a different sound coming through the amps. So let me explain my setup real quick. Custom is set to scooping the high mids and middle mids, and then the bass and treble are boosted, as well as the low mids. And then on the heart key, I'm cutting off all the lows and the low mids on that heart key right there. And then on the Music Man 100B, that has just bass and low mids. So you get a little bit from each of them to get the sound. And then I got a pedal board here with a bunch of stuff. K-line bass compressor, tuners, and looper pedal. Microtubes D7K Ultra by Demon Effects. Stuff like that. And I got a Behringer equalizer, as well as this new pedal from Church that they're letting me borrow for a while. It's a noise reduction pedal, so it really helps with taming some of those really noisy frequencies, stuff that's like static and all that, 60 cycle hum, everything like that. So let's just turn on the bass. I'm going to turn everything down quite a bit. Just so we have a low level. Let's start out with just that. We're not trying to piss off my parents. So anyway, I got my Ibanez SR 606E standard setup, but the strings are sitting like Ritzler action, you know, the cigarette paper. It's almost that way. It could be two of those papers, more like maybe three, but it's like 3/64ths on each string, so it's really low. Sometimes it frets over a note if you don't press hard enough, or buzzes a little bit if you don't press it into the neck a bit. Like on this E here, on this E string, you can hear the little buzz, but if I push the neck back a little bit, it doesn't happen as much. Or if I play quietly, it doesn't happen that much either. There we go. Let's put the bass in passive mode. So half tone here. Try not to look at the fingerboard. I saw on Scott Devine's video that he recommended looking at the fingerboard. It'd be good to learn how to play without looking at the fingerboard. I'm kind of cheating because I'm looking at the screen, and that's why I can see. But I'll just close my eyes here and just feel my way around. much faster than that. That's Koussevitzky Concerto. Beginning. Da 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 da. That thing. You know. And that's the version that's for solo tuning. Anywho, trying not to look at the fingerboard. Just kind of looking over this way. And another technique is to loosen up your jaw and make sure that you're just having it hang dead weight. Your jaw, just make it into a, like you have your mouth open and just relax it. Relax your jaw. That's where most of the tension is when you're playing and you don't know what you're doing. Just relax that and your playing should get better. See what I mean? That's not an A. It is an A, but I'm not playing the fret that's supposed to be an A. This one would be the A. I'm playing a G sharp, but it's coming out as an A. So I need to press a little harder on that particular fret in order to get it to sound as a G sharp. Caught me looking at my fingerboard. Those harmonics jump out of the fingerboard. Don't know what it is, but this bass has those highs. It's a piece of ash, so it's kind of heavy. It's not swamp ash. It's regular old ash with a nice finish on it. Sometimes the woods matter, you know. Some people say that wood makes a huge difference. It can. It can sometimes, you know. Fingerboard, not so much. I don't notice the difference between a maple or a rosewood fingerboard. That's just my thing. You know, I don't really notice a difference between the two. It's not audible to me. Unless you were to like take the fingerboard, the piece of wood that it was made out of, and tap it, that's the only way I could tell that there was a difference between the two in terms of the sound. But when I'm playing on them, they don't sound really any different. The depending on how resonant the body is, it changes your mids. That's something that's actually kind of interesting, because if the body's not resonant, see, this body resonates a little bit. Grab the horn, you can feel it. Yep. So the horn, you feel it there. You can feel the body resonating. And depending on which bass you pick up, go for the more resonant one. You'll just love it more. It has more mid content. It's not as scooped usually if it resonates. But that's just my thing. I like resonant bodies. And it helps with when you're playing unplugged. So if I'm playing just by myself without the amp, I like how it resonates by itself. You couldn't hear any of that, probably. Maybe you could, but let's turn the volume back on and just... Got the low B tuned down to an A. I guess I'll look at the fingerboard if I really want to concentrate. That's quite a stretch. Sometimes I do this when I'm playing by myself. I do the thumb position thing. The most stretch I'll go is usually 5 frets with just the index, middle, and middle ring and pinky. That's 5 frets the most. But if I want more, I put my thumb in there And I try to relax it, but sometimes it gets a little tense. Most of the time, actually, it gets tense. So I need to shake the wrist out, make sure I'm not overextending it. Well, I am overextending it, but that's what you do. I might get more than 5 frets sometimes, like when I'm up here. But when I'm down here, I'd rather not stretch too much. Because that's a bit much there. Even more so here with this. This is fine because it's open. No reason to stretch there. Here's a piece you might like. I like to take this really slow. I hate that there's a tempo marking. Screw the tempo. Take it really fucking slow. Dare I say Wagner was wrong? Yes, I dare. Wagner was wrong about the tempo on that. The only version I could find that was slower was the, what's his name? That eclectic piano player that everybody likes. It's not Gilbert Gottfried. Why am I thinking Gottfried? Anyway, that piano player played it really slow. And I decided, hey, I want this, instead of being in E, to be in D. And I want it to be like super slow and drawn out. So I took it, put it in Audacity, and slowed it down like to 75% speed of what was already a slower recording. Gee, I'm so bothered that I can't remember his name. Always wetted his hands before he played the piano. Sat real low in the chair, sometimes hummed along. Gee, I can't think of his name. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna find out. Glenn Gould, of course. Yep, Glenn Gould. Yep, he played it really slow, and I decided to slow it down even more. Put it in the key of D and just listen to that. And it's really slow. It's hard to follow the tempos with it being that slow, but it sounds magnificent. It's beautiful with that slower tempo. Because every other goddamn recording plays it at tempo. And I don't get it. There's no variety there. There's hardly any variety there if you're playing the same tempo. So yeah, that's my little complaint, my little spiel. Siegfried Idol should be played at different tempos. You can't change my mind. Anywho, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I've talked too much, played a little bit too much. Haven't really gotten into anything. I showed you the amps and what they were set to. Like always, coming through the same stuff, just with the addition of the old custom amp that I was using at church. That got brought back because I'm now coming through the sound system. Yay! So, yeah, church now has a subwoofer. I'm coming through that. I bring my pedal board and yeah, it's great. So, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. Tell me what I did wrong. And until next time, cheers. Now how do I end this damn thing?